And this is John McMath from the Sciatic Pain Terminator. And yesterday we showed you what my life was out at Bennett's Water Ski School. I was a professional water skier, was there to make the U.S. team. What I also did was a corporate pilot for Louisiana Aircraft, and I had the privilege of flying some of the finest folks in the country. Wonderful people working here, wonderful folks to fly. Now, as you would guess, being a pilot, there's a ton of responsibility. Just if you're just going to go out and fly, there's a lot of considerations. However, when you're flying not only a customer but just a passenger, I mean, the responsibility that you have is just goes off the chart. Because not only do you have to consider, are you going to fly in this kind of weather or not? You know, you have to make those decisions. You have to make sure the customer is comfortable. You have to make sure that, for example, learn what their likes are, like what kind of drinks they like, what, you know, having the USA Today or having the Wall Street Journal on the airplane, like having the plane prepped, like everything. It's just like a normal business where you have to have high level customer service, and also during the flight. It's not like when you're on a normal flight where if something's going on, you can't get to the pilot. They tap you on the shoulder. You need to be able to answer their questions, make them feel comfortable, and obviously if something happens up there, to be able to react accordingly and think through a process instead of just winging it, so to speak. You know, when you have issues that go on, there's a protocol that we follow, and then you follow that, and then at the end of the day you fly the plane and get you and your passengers safely. So this is John McMath from the Sciatic Pain Terminator. Any questions, put anything on our blog, email me personally, and we wish you and your family a pain-free lifestyle.
I've been flying out of this facility for 31 years. I learned to fly here and I've just kind of stuck around. I've done flight instruction as well as corporate flying, and that's what I do presently. I'm an independent contractor flying everything from the small Cirrus type aircraft through the King Air line of airplanes, and fly about 500 hours a year and make a living at it. John is a great guy. We met, he found me several years ago now, and as a former Cirrus aircraft owner, he was still interested in flying and was looking for some flying work in the area, and I always have a need for backup pilots when my workload gets a little overwhelming at times, and John and I got together, we clicked, and I was very, very glad to have him. He's a fantastic pilot, enjoyed having him as part of our team, and we've had a good time, and he did a lot of good flying for me, and I miss him. I wish he was back. I need him back. But I know John's going through what we're here to talk about today, and so I'm glad to be able to help any way that I can. I feel that the Sciatic Pain Terminator would be very appropriate for people that do the same type work that I do, where you're sitting and not exercising and so on and so forth. And I think that would include anybody that drives a lot or flies a lot, truck drivers, taxi drivers, corporate executives who spend a lot of time sitting behind the desk, or even those their executive assistants who sit at a desk day in and day out. So the problem that I have with the SI situation is lack of movement. So we need to make things move, and that's what it's really about.